Today I'm going to show you a way to smoke without one of these, using one of these. And as you can see, it's not a fancy stainless steel model. I did add this old smoky thermometer here. This little thing is useless for my purposes. Alright, I'll show you this. I only typically need one rack for the amount of food I cook, and I very seldom use the bottom one, so I use this top one or the one above it. The old smoky just screws right in when you drill a hole. Notice the buildup of past successful cooks in the back. Now this is what I've used for a long time. My smoke pan. It was just two different size cake dishes, so to speak, cake pans, but they don't hold up very well. That's why we use alternate materials when we can. Previous to that, we used a little steel plate in the bottom where we laid foil, heavy turkey foil, wrapped up wood chips and whatnot, and they work pretty good. But then you have to fish them out regularly, and if you need to change your chips for the length of smoke that you have, you really can't do that very well because you got to fish your little foil pack out and that sort of thing. Can't really regulate it very well. So we're going to show you an alternate project for today. Are you ready? Da 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 da. Now is this going to look familiar to you? Here we just have a large skillet, cast iron, good durable stuff. It's not going to have the same problems that we have with our thin, very thin sheet metal. It's going to hold up a little bit better. Now you see this was 1/8 inch plate. I've knocked off that level of oxidation. You see we still got some substantial metal. Now how much more thick is our cast iron? It will do a good job. Plus it lets me use, remember this is apple from a previous video. See, nice large piece, which goes good for the way I split it. If you'll also notice, this was $13.99. $13.99. So it's only going to cost me $28 plus local sales tax for a good lifetime smoke pot, and it'll hold quite a bit of chip. Let's test it out. We'll take that sticker off the bottom before it's over, and that's going to carry a pretty good smoke load for something I'm just going to be burning gas with. The little lid will fit right on top. Work pretty good. Also, I used a skillet and a lid rather than a Dutch oven because even though they make a little 3-quart, I think is the smallest size I've seen in person, the particular product is thicker, and my grill will only fix space between, say, the rock-grate and the actual grill surface. Now we also have one last little thing we need to do to it. We need to put our little holes, 1/4 inch holes around on our lid. Do that with just a drill motor and a drill bit. But also, I'm going to narrow this window just a tad. That way, in case I need to use 2 racks in the future, I'll be able to do so. And I'll just take a little bit of my sander and just clean up the edges so I don't have to spread this grate at all. Does that sound like a plan to you? Because if it is, later this evening we'll give a demonstration with some baby back ribs using the Memphis dry rub. What do you think? And there is the drilled top. There's only 8 holes in it, 8 1/4 inch holes, and I haven't checked with Lodge Manufacturing. And I should say that I have no affiliation with Lodge Manufacturing out of South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and they have no affiliation with me. And I'm pretty sure that when I drilled the holes in the lid in this Logic 10 1/4 inch lid, number 8 it is, that I would have violated any warranty on it. But I didn't check with Lodge Manufacturing out of South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. But you may, if you would like to. I'm sure they have a website. Again, I have no affiliation, nor do they have any with me, but they are a fine Tennessee company. Now tonight we're going to cook those Memphis dry rub ribs. That's another good Tennessee style of something. Nashville has country music, East Tennessee has Dollywood, and West Tennessee has Memphis barbecue, as well as the blues. You can't beat that. But that's all the wood chips we should need to do a little small rack of baby back ribs. See if this thing's making smoke. Oh, look at it go. What do you think? It's doing what a smoke pot ought to do. Now see what I've done is I've put a little baby rack above it on that top shelf. We're going to close her back down. We're going to back her back up. And I tell you what, we got lakes. If you like it flat, go to Memphis. If you like it lumpy, go out there toward Knoxville and Chattanooga, Bluff City. I tell you, I don't care what you're looking for. You can go up there toward Kentucky, land between the lakes, whatever you want. We got hunting, fishing, laking, boating, and we might just be able to feed you. Now I haven't mopped these, I'm just using a little squirt bottle. Squirt bottles dual purpose. I'm cooling down my lava rocks. Now that I'm not using my pit, I do have to have a little bit more control issues with this. I have to squirt my little rocks down if I get a little too warm, and I kind of go over here, and I got to watch my little gauge a little closer because I have a little shorter distance between my meat and my heat. And that's the key to a good pit, is the distance between your meat and your heat. Look over there. See, with the pit, we got the heat on the bottom and the meat way up top. And that's how you keep your flare-ups from coming up on you and that sort of jazz. But we don't have that now, do we? We have a little gauge here we watch. We have a little rotisserie hole here. See where the smoke's coming out? We watch it for a little flare up, little orange come out of there. And it takes a little bit more work, but you can smoke just about as well using your grill if you're doing small batches, and you can keep your food away from your heat as you can with about anything else. You just got to work a little harder. Alright, we've been sitting right at our red and blue line. And so we are in good shape. Sounds like we're cooking good still in there. What do we look like? Does that look like we've had any effects of smoke on this? Let's see if I can get this back. Oh, come on back here. Come on back here. Maybe I might just slide it right off. To slide it this way. How about that? It looks like our lodge pot didn't melt or otherwise destroy itself, so I believe we got us a winner for a smoke pot. And we got one last step to perform, and this is the hardest part yet. We take a little bit of this Memphis dry rub. The recipe has already been YouTubed and probably already found its way all over the internet. I don't know what's wrong with that. I guess I should take that as a compliment. They show up other places, but we just take a little of this. We just put this right here, and of course I do put it out there for everybody to share. Because I tell you what, when you got blessings like we do here, you just want everybody to enjoy it. Now, this is about as close as I can take a pair of brothers, Claiborne County and Montgomery County, to sitting down and eating some ribs.